Hello, hello. Welcome to She's a Busy Girl. I'm Stephanie, and today we are starting our hybrid project. Now, I'm calling this a hybrid. I know it's kind of like a folio, but there's going to be all sorts of different stuff in it. So, what I have done, and I'm just making sure that I am going to be in frame. This is kind of long and big, so can't move that around too awful much. But what I have done ahead of time, and this is the only thing I've done ahead of time because Lord help me with planning, I have just cut the cover pieces, and I have got this piece of, this is like canvas almost, so I think it's supposed to be like upholstery fabric, but it's canvas. And I think I've got it right side up to glue stuff to. And I've got the cover pieces here and the spine pieces here. And so my first mission of today is to glue them all down. And I'm hoping I'm not going to have to take a break to go discipline dogs, but it sounds almost like I'm going to have to. So hang on for just a sec. I beg your pardon. I have a German Shepherd puppy, and she is a little bit out of control here recently. Anyhow, okay, so my first mission is to glue all of this down, hopefully in a straight line. And to that end, I've got this T-ruler here that I'm going to kind of put against the edge and try to keep everything straight. But, of course, the first thing we have to do is get the first piece straight. So we'll see how that goes. Got my coffee. Okay, and let's see. Got a foam applicator, got my matte Mod Podge. So without further ado, let's just get to it. Oh, crud. All right, let's see. Well, maybe it's just easier to do it like pour the Mod Podge. Yeah, pour the Mod Podge on here. Let's see if that will work out okay. I basically am just going to coat this whole thing. And we're going to hope the puppy can control herself while everything's covered with glue. Here we go, here we go. Did you guys catch Laurel's live last night? She, I think she specifically did it because I bought a bunch of napkins. And we were on another live sale with Patty Lang and Michelle Scott. And Patty had these spectacular napkins. They were so pretty. And I loved them and I wanted to buy them. But I didn't know what to do with them. And so Laurel was like, I got you, girl, no problem. And so she did a live last night where she showed all sorts of techniques with these gorgeous, gorgeous napkins. Oh, goodness gracious, we got a big old globe here. There we go. All right, we'll get that off a little bit. She showed all these different techniques with napkins, so now I am anxiously awaiting the arrival of my packages with all of the napkins in them, because, oh my goodness, they're just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous projects. All right, let's get this one down. I want to leave a little bit of space. Not a ton. Just a little. And I'm using this ruler at the bottom. Okay, yeah, you can see that. Using this ruler at the bottom to try to keep everything semi-straight. Okay, next cover piece. And let's hope there's not a bunch of gloss. I thought I had a brand new thing of matte Mod Podge, and I cannot find it anywhere. And I'm going to have to get some more here very shortly because the projects that Laurel was showing with the napkins all use Mod Podge, and I think have a brand new one of gloss. So I do have that to work with. Oh my gosh, there are so many globs in here. Okay. Anyway, I have that one to work with to do some of those projects. I might have gotten a little heavy-handed with the Mod Podge on this one. All right, let's see now. Ooh. Need it straight, people. Need it straight. All right. That doesn't look straight to me. but we've already determined I may have crooked eyes. Okay, let's see. And I'm not worried about glue on the front of these because, of course, we're going to cover up the inside too. Okay, so we got that part done. And now we've run out of ruler, of course. Okay, where is... I don't know where my big, huge metal ruler is. All right, we're just going to have to do our best. And because the next spine piece is little. So, and I forgot to tell you what this measures. Okay, so the main cover pages, or the main cover pieces, measure 8.5 inches tall and 5 inches wide. The main spine piece is 1.25 inches wide by 8.5 inches tall. Here is the fold-in spine piece, and this is 1/2 inch wide by 8.5 inches tall. And then the final cover piece is 8.5 inches by, I think, 4.5, because I want it to fold in most of the way. So, yeah. Okay, so there's that. And I think I'm doing a semi-decent job of getting this straight. Oh, well, it's on fabric. At least that's somewhat forgiving. All right, and I've probably got enough glue on this for 3 spine pieces. So, oh, good Lord. I am a mess today. We had to go this morning first thing and buy feed for the goats and the dogs. And I was running around that store like a crazy person. I mean, the squirrels were just taking off in all different directions. My husband was just, he's like, what is wrong with you? I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. There was just so much to see. They were putting out a whole bunch of new stuff, and I get kind of nutsy about you know, new animal feeders and scoops for grain, and I'm just, yeah. I have lots of little eccentricities, I do. All right, and for some reason, I am like, oh, I know why. I know why I'm stuck on the British accent today. Because first thing this morning, I watched 2 videos by Tracy Fox, and you know, she's a very talented woman. I love the things that she puts together and her printables and that type of thing. But I could just sit there and listen to her talk all day. She wouldn't even have to make anything. I could just listen to her talk. All right. But now my brain is stuck on that British accent because I like the way that it sounds. So yeah, my brain is stuck on that now. That's okay. That's okay. You guys will just have to put up with my horrid British accent for a little while. All right. So I think that I succeeded in getting this somewhat straight. Let's see the back side. Oh, our Mod Podge went through. Oh, well, it's Mod Podge. That's what it does. All right. There we go. Hey, it's even kind of nice and flat. How's that for a lucky girl? Oh, shoot, until I did that. All right. So now we need to cut around the edges here and get it somewhat evened out so we can fold it over on the back side. So I don't know if you guys want to watch this. I know those of you who are sewers are going to be like, oh my gosh, don't do that. Yeah, because I'm messy. All right, let's see. Let's see what we can do here. And I want to leave a good little bit. I know this is thicker, but I do want to leave a good, well, see, I'm getting closer. Do want to leave a good little bit just to give myself some room. Yes. It's a messy, messy, messy. It'll all be covered up. It'll be okay. All right, there's that. Let's get this end right quick. All right. And this side. Now I've got a bunch of fabric that I can cut into pieces and use in my collages. See, that's how I justify being so messy. I'm like, oh, I can use it in collage. Yes. All right, do I want to? All right, I think I'm going to cut off the selvage because that tends to be really thick. Let's see, let's see. All right, there we go. That wasn't too too terrible. I hope that wasn't too painful for you guys to watch. Okay, and now what am I going to do? Now I'm going to glue, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. So my brain is apparently going faster than my mouth today, which, you know, sometimes it's one way or the other. My mouth can't keep up or my brain can't keep up with my mouth. And those are the days that I get myself into trouble. Seriously. Because I'll speak before I think. And that sometimes is not good, especially for me. All right, so I'm just folding this over like so. Just gonna smush it down on the top and make sure that I've got it nice and tight. Smush it down in the spine piece areas there, just like that. All right. Okay, so I think we got that end good. And now I'm gonna move up to the next one. I think I'm just gonna pour some in the lid here because it is so chunky gunky. I need new Mod Podge. I do. All right, let's see. And guys, I am messy. I know I'm messy. It just always seems to work out in the end. And crafting is a messy business for me. All right. Pull this up over the end here, like so. There we go. Push in our spine pieces again. Oh, I don't think I have enough glue over here. Got enough glue right there now. All right, let's see. And I'm just putting this down. Oh, good Lord. The squirrels are just out of control today. All right. Okay. There's that. So this is how it's looking. Oh, look. There was some distress ink on my glass board here. That's okay, though, because we're going to distress it anyway. So, not worried about all that. Okay, so the end pieces. So let's see. I think I want to... Oh, I probably should have done that before I started this, huh? Can you, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm just sort of cutting out a little bit of the fabric here because, well, I already messed up and folded over. I should have trimmed my corners before I started this lovely mess so that there wouldn't be so much bulk at the corners. Yeah, that's canvas stuff. There we go. So hopefully, you know what? This might actually be a great time to try out those metal corner pieces that I got to try. So that may be how I fix these corners. All right, so don't be like me. Trim your fabric ahead of time on the corners before you start folding over your edges. All right, so there's that end. Let's get some glue there. I'm so excited to get started. I'm forgetting stuff. All right, there we go. There we go, there we go. And I don't think the corners are actually gonna look that bad. Yes, they are. Who are we kidding? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put those metal things on the edges, but that's good. Now I actually get to try them out. So, all right, we'll do the same on this end. And then, actually, we're gonna have to let this dry for a bit because it is way wet. Okay, there we go. So, once we get it covered, we're going to have to let it dry. And then we will come back for video 2 to complete, or to put, well, do we have to let it dry before we put paper down on the inside? I don't know. I'm being messy, messy, messy here. All right, don't have enough glue down here. Need more. I know I have to go wash my hands because they are covered in Mod Podge. I know that. All right. I'm just trying to make sure this is tight along the edge here. There we go. Okay. Okay. So, there it is. It's getting a little warped because of the Mod Podge, but that's okay. So, here is our cover. This is the fold-in piece. So, it's going to look something like this. That's kind of the beginning. Did I put it on upside down? I don't know. Okay, well, we're going to cover up most of the cover anyway. But that's kind of how it's going to open. And I'm liking how it looks so far. Corners of the covers or not. All right, so I don't think we need to let it dry to put in our pieces of paper in the center, but once we cover the inside, we are certainly going to need to let it dry. So what am I going to use? I think I'm going to cheat. Oh my goodness gracious, I am covered. I think I'm going to cheat for the spine pieces and use this. This is X-Fasten, and it's book tape, book repair tape, binding tape, something like that. And I think I'm going to use this tape to reinforce. I hit my coffee cup. Don't worry, I didn't spill it. To reinforce the spine areas on the inside. Because I want to use paper on the inside. And going over spines with paper, I sometimes have problems where it gets really constricted, and I am now having problems with getting Mod Podge all over the inside of my tape. Anyway, where it gets really constricted. And it's not like, oh my gosh, you guys, I am a mess and a half today. A mess and a half. I don't know. It may just be one of those days. All right, there, we fixed it. All right. Let me try to get some of this cleaned up, because good Lord. Okay, so I gave it 3 tries trying to get the spine tape down on film. And yeah, it did not work out any of the 3 times. So I just tried it off camera. Why does that always happen? Why is it nothing works when you're on camera, but as soon as you turn the camera off, you can at least get it passable? All right, so there is that. Oops, that's going on the inside. There is that, and we've got that part done. So now we can figure out what papers we want on the inside and get those cut down to fit. All right, so I have cut down some pieces of Tim Holtz patterned paper / cardstock that I want to use on the inside. Do I want that? Well, I thought I wanted the newsprint side of it, but no, I do. I want the newsprint side of it because that will be fun. And so, oh, you know what? I have not put away the Mod Podge. Anyway, this Tim Holtz paper is from the Paper Stash pad. All right, that Mod Podge might have seen it last day. And so I'm going to do, yeah, see, the squirrels are out of control today. Okay. So we're going to do that there. This, I wound up having to add another piece of book tape here because otherwise the center part was not going to cover the whole area. And then I've got this little piece of travel paper here for the end. And I'm going to secure those into place on the cover. And I'm going to use Fabri-Tac to do that because I'm not having a fantastic amount of success with Mod Podge. I mean, it's successful. I'm just a mess. So I'm hoping that with the Fabri-Tac, I can keep the mess to the minimum. A minimum. I don't know if the minimum. And, yeah, it's paper, so it should be fine. Plus the cover is, it's gotten kind of warped from the Mod Podge. So as soon as I get these pieces on, I'm going to have to set it under some heavy stuff and hope that we can get it a little more flattened out before we move on to our next steps. All right. So, and you guys, I'm not one of those precise folks. I like the way that it looks when people are, you know, measuring very carefully and putting things down very precisely. That's just, to me, for me, it's extremely frustrating. And so then I stop having fun. And when I stop having fun, there's really no point in doing this, right? So I am not a measurer. I am not a make sure everything is absolutely straight person. I just kind of like to put it together because that's, to me, that's kind of half of it with junk journals, is that they're just kind of put together out of a bunch of stuff. And they don't necessarily need to be, and are not, in my world, in any way, shape, or form, perfectly measured and laid down. So that doesn't happen here. And not because I don't like it, but mostly because I'm not all that capable of it. So, anywho, there is the first two. We've got one more piece to get on here. And then, come on, big guy. And then, we will call it for this video. And once the cover has dried and I've been able to flatten it out for a bit, we will continue on with the hybrid project. So, because we have a lot to do in this particular piece we're putting together here. All right, and there is that one. Get it kind of straight. My glue is blurping as we speak. All right. For those of you who use Fabri-Tac, you'll know exactly what I mean. Okay, there. We have got our inside cover pieces affixed, but you can kind of see how that's sort of warping because of the glue. So I am going to pause for now. Get this under some heavy books to flatten out, and then we will come back tomorrow and start. I think what we're going to do is put our pockets on the inside, and this side we're going to do something different with, but we're going to have a bunch of pockets on the inside, and we will install our holes and eyelets to string for our Travlers notebook portion. And I haven't decided yet, should we bind some pages in here? Because that might be kind of fun. Just because this whole thing is going to be meant for writing. So I don't know. I'll have to think about that. But anywho, thank you guys so much for sticking with me for this portion of the hybrid project. We do have our cover somewhat put together, and we're going to start building from here starting tomorrow. You guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend, although I'll probably see you tomorrow. But have a fantastic rest of your Saturday. Take care. I will talk to you soon. Bye now.